Purpose is the foundation of discipline because it gives meaning to restraint. When a person discovers their purpose, they no longer need to be convinced to stay focused. Focus becomes automatic. Discipline is no longer seen as a restriction, but as a channel that directs energy towards something greater. Without purpose, discipline feels like punishment. With purpose, it becomes preparation. You wake up not out of routine, but out of resolve. You say no to distractions not because they're bad, but because they don't fit where you're going. Purpose clarifies what matters, and in doing so, it makes decision-making easier. You begin to structure your life around your assignment, not your emotions. The more clearly you see your purpose, the more ruthlessly you eliminate everything that doesn't serve it. Discipline in this light is not a burden. It's a gift. It keeps your time, thoughts, and talents aligned with the reason you exist. People often struggle with commitment because they haven't seen the worth of what they're committing to. But once you grasp the value of your purpose, you'll endure hardship, push past fatigue, and sacrifice convenience, not because you're forced to, but because you're compelled to. Purpose births discipline, and discipline protects purpose. Vision demands movement, because vision without action is simply imagination. It may inspire you, but it won't transform your life or the world around you. The moment you catch a glimpse of what's possible, you become responsible for pursuing it. Vision shows you what could be, but movement is what brings it into being. It's not enough to see a future. Many people see, but a few are willing to move. Action is the bridge between potential and manifestation. You don't need perfect conditions to start. You just need the courage to move. Every major change in history began when someone refused to sit still with a dream. They understood that revelation is an invitation to movement. Each step you take in the direction of your vision builds momentum, and momentum breeds clarity, confidence, and breakthrough. Waiting for the perfect time is the enemy of fulfillment. You will never walk into destiny by standing still. Movement aligns you with opportunities that you will never find in comfort. Doors do not open for the motionless. Vision has a voice. It calls you forward. If you ignore that call, you risk becoming a spectator to your own potential. When you move, even in uncertainty, you position yourself for divine intervention, favor, and growth. You are not born to be passive, because passivity contradicts the very nature of purpose. You carry within you a unique design, a specific assignment, a calling that requires engagement, boldness, and action. To live passively is to reject responsibility for that design. Life was not given to you to merely exist, watch, and wait. You are created to initiate, influence, build, and transform. A vision, passivity is often rooted in fear, doubt, or comfort. But none of those are strong enough reasons to bury your potential. The world doesn't change through observation. It changes through participation. Every gift you have, every talent, every idea was placed inside you to be activated, not preserved. Playing it safe is not humility. It's disobedience to your calling. You are not a spectator in the game of life. You are a key player. To remain passive is to allow lesser voices, lesser visions, and lesser values to shape the world around you. You cannot fulfill destiny by waiting for permission. You cannot lead by staying in the shadows. You must rise with conviction and act, speak, build, and move. Your presence is needed. Your voice is needed. Your contribution is necessary. You were never meant to shrink back. You were meant to take ground. Procrastination is the grave where destiny is buried, because every delayed decision digs the hole deeper. Time is not neutral. It either works for you or against you, depending on how you use it. Destiny does not wait forever. Every moment you postpone action, you trade potential for comfort. People often think procrastination is harmless, just a small delay. But what begins as hesitation becomes a habit. That habit eventually hardens into a lifestyle of missed opportunities and unrealized purpose. Great ideas don't die from lack of brilliance. They die from lack of execution. You can have all the talent, all the vision, all the favor, but if you don't act, none of it will matter. Honor is the most dangerous word for a dreamer. It gives a false sense of security, an illusion that you have more time than you actually do. The truth is, you don't own time. You only steward it. Every assignment has an expiration date. Procrastination quietly convinces you that you're not ready, that you do it when you feel more qualified or when life calms down. But purpose doesn't respond to feelings. It responds to faith. If you wait until it's easy, you'll wait forever. Destiny requires urgency. You have to treat your calling like it's time sensitive, because it is. The cost of procrastination isn't just delay, it's the death of what could have been. Discomfort is the doorway to growth, because nothing significant ever develops in the realm of ease. Growth demands that you stretch beyond what is familiar, safe, or predictable. The very nature of development involves tension, mental, emotional, and sometimes even spiritual. If you only do what feels good, you'll remain where you are. Discomfort reveals the areas where you are still under construction, still being shaped, still being prepared for more. It forces you to confront your limitations and outgrow them. The pain you feel in moments of discomfort is often the pain of transformation, not punishment. Avoiding discomfort may preserve temporary peace, but it also preserves mediocrity. Real growth requires you to be willing to endure challenge, to step into rooms where you feel underqualified, to take risks that stretch your faith. Every champion has scars from the process. They didn't get stronger by avoiding the hard seasons. They got stronger by surviving them. Discomfort is how you learn, how you discover what you're truly capable of, and how you refine your character. The resistance you face is not a sign to turn back. It's often the sign that you're moving in the right direction. Progress isn't supposed to be painless. When you embrace discomfort, you give yourself permission to grow into the person your destiny requires. You are the answer to a problem in the earth, because your existence is intentional, not accidental. You were designed with a specific set of gifts, insights, experiences, and perspectives that are not random. They're the tools needed to meet a need in your generation. You don't need to look far to find purpose. It often lives where your passion meets the world's pain. There is a problem somewhere that your presence was created to solve. You were not placed here to simply consume space, time, and resources. You were sent to contribute to shift something, to leave a mark that cannot be erased. When you withhold your gift, you withhold progress from someone else. Your silence delays someone's breakthrough. Your hesitation postpones healing, innovation, or change that could only come through you. The world suffers when people hide their calling behind fear or comparison. No one else carries what you carry, not in the way you carry it. Your voice, your mind, your hands, your ideas, they all serve a greater purpose than just survival. Every person who ever changed history began with the realization that they were born to meet a need. You don't have to be famous to be impactful. You just have to be faithful to what's been placed in you. There's a problem waiting for your solution, and until you take action, that problem remains unresolved. You are not here by coincidence. You are the answer someone is praying for. So now the question is not can you take action, but will you? Everything you've heard points to one truth. Your life is too valuable, your purpose too critical, and your time too limited to live in delay. You are equipped, you are needed, and you are capable. Action is not just a decision, it's a responsibility. The world is waiting for you to move, not perfectly, but deliberately. Force yourself if you must. Push past fear if you have to. But do not remain still. Because when you act, you honor the reason you're alive. And when you move, destiny moves with you.